Good morning, children. Today we will start our next portion of the chapter 2, People as a Resource. Now, children, last class we have discussed the different activities, and in the modern world, man and woman both are working in the outside. But whether the man and woman are getting same return or the remuneration, if you will ask, maximum the women who are working in the unorganized sector, that is unskilled and the physical work, manual work in the unorganized sector, those women actually not getting at par the man. Always they are getting less. And what two determinants are working behind it to get the remuneration or earnings of the people. So the two determiner of the earnings, one is the education, another is the skill. How much we are educated, how we are skilled, our earnings depend upon that. A highly educated, highly skilled person always earning more than that of the unskilled people. So earning in the market, when you are selling our work in the market, which two things determine our earnings? The education and skill. Generally, women are not paid as par with the man. Why it is so? Why the women are not paid equal to the man? Because the women are lack of education and skill. Maximum women, they are lacking in the skill and the education. For this reason, the women are not getting equal to the man. A majority of the women have meager education. Meager means very low education and low skill formation. So women are paid low compared to men. Most women work where there is no job security for them. Various activities relating to legal protection are meager. Employment in this sector is characterized by irregular and low income. This sector, that is an absence of basic facilities like maternity leave, child care and other social security systems. So these are the features of the unorganized sector, where the job security is not there, the different facilities are not there. Maximum women are working on that sector, unorganized sector. As first I discussed, the maximum in that landless workers or the landless farmers, those who are working in the field, that is unorganized sector, their wage is very meager, because their physical strength as well as their working capacity, education and skill is very less. So whenever we are comparing with the man and woman, the women are getting less in the market. Then it is depends upon the earning of the woman, and the people become the resource for the country. It is depends upon the two factors. One is the quality of population, depends upon the quality of population, and what type of quality, how the quality can be developed within the country's population by providing them. First one is the education, second one is the healthcare facility. First of all, children, we will discuss with the education, quality of population and education. First is the education. The quality of population depends upon the literacy rate, healthcare of the person indicated by the life expectancy, skill formation acquired by the people of the country. The quality of population ultimately decides the growth rate of the country. What will decide the growth rate of the country? The quality of the population will decide the growth rate of the country. If the quality of the population, the people are more educated, more skilled, the growth, economical growth will be very fast for the country, because the country will get the maximum human capital and human resource. For the education, advantages of education. What is, if we are educated, what are the advantages? Your first advantage is education helps individuals to make better use of the economic opportunities available for before him. Whatever the availability is, if I am educated, I will try to get the good jobs. As per my label, I will search the job. I will go for the better job. So, a educated person can move to one better job to another better job. It cannot be seen in the uneducated person. Second one, education and skill are the major determinants of the earnings of any individual of the market. And as we discussed before, education and skill are the two determinants which helps the people to get the or to sell their work in the market in the high salary. The third benefit is education. Education opens new horizons for an individual. Individual provides new aspiration and develops value of the life. If I am educated, my new aspiration will come out. How I will shift, how I will go for the further development, my skill, and how I will capture the job market, that depends upon my education. It opens the different path for me. I can choose. If one is not suited for me, I can choose and I can go for the other. That an educated person can deal with that. And an educated person can learn or can know what is the value of life. So these are the advantages of education. Education contributes towards the growth of the society also. An educated person can contribute something for the growth of the society. An educated person contribute the income for the country. Then fifth point is education enhances the national income, cultural richness and increases the efficiency of governance. And education only enhances, only increases the income of the country and governing power of the country. Then it creates the cultural richness. So it depends upon all education. All these are the benefits of the education. Sixth is literacy is not only right, it is also needed if the citizens are to perform their rights properly. It is not only right, we can't say that education is our right. To get the education is our right. If we will educated, we can use our own right in a better way. That is also depends upon the right education. We know we are having the fundamental rights, we can use it. But how we can use it? We can use it in a better way when we are educated. Next is steps taken by the government to promote education in India. What are different steps the government have taken? The government have started the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Navodaya Vidyalaya, vocational streams. Then Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan launched with the aim of providing elementary education to all children the age group of 6 to 14 years in 2010. Elementary education, free education to 6 to 14 years. Vocational education, self-dependent professionals. Self-dependent work or education, like the education related to tailoring, repairing, mechanic. These are the vocational education. One can start their own business. Bridge course, gap between some bridge course, then distance education. These type of education provided by the government to enhance or increase the educational status of the country. Midday meal program. The government have started the midday meal program which enhances, will create the interest among the village or the children or the poor children to come to the school regularly. It also, side by side, it is the taking health care of the children by providing the nutritious food in the midday meal scheme. So children, today this much. Next class we will start our next portion. Till then, wait, I will come back again.